How to start an online business in 2021. Is starting an online business for you? Are you ready to be committed to starting an online business? When I first started, I asked myself, how in the world am I going to get people to know who I am, what I offer, and then decide to hire me? It was definitely a reverse engineered process where I said to myself, okay, if I needed a lawyer, what would I do? I would probably ask my family and friends. If I needed a lawyer, would I search the internet? Well, probably. Would I consider Google reviews? Yes, probably. What else would I do if I needed a lawyer? Would I call on somebody who was advertised on a park bench? Would I call somebody that was advertised on a billboard on the freeway? And you know, everybody is different. Some people don't really want to call the people that are advertised on the freeway because you never know. You just never know. And then some people really trust their friends and their friends' opinions because maybe your friend has worked with somebody in the past. And so referrals can be a huge deal. But anyways, my point is that these are the different ways in which people can potentially find out about you. And that goes for you whether you're an online business owner, offline business owner, whether you're a lawyer or you have a product-based business. So I'm here to tell you that you need to think about the different ways in which people might look for you or find you. So when you're first starting, I think, the pressure is on. At least for me, it was. It's like I had kids. I really wanted to start making money as quickly as I could. And I thought, which of these options is going to be the moneymaker? Do I need to try all of these? So I know that referrals might take me a little bit longer to establish than a different option. I mean, there's got to be a different option where I can put my face in front of a potential customer much faster than waiting on a referral. So those are the types of questions and the types of things that you have to think about when you're starting a business, whether it's online or offline. So I'm going to share with you 2 tips that worked for me. I asked myself, what is the quickest way to get myself in front of somebody when they are searching for a trademark lawyer online? And so I did that. I typed in trademark lawyer, and there are 2 different categories that pop up. One is all of the Google listings. You see somebody's name, their phone number, somebody's name, their phone number, somebody's name, their phone number, and then down below you will see links and links and links. And so I thought to myself, aha, how are those people showing up right here with their phone number, right here with their phone number, or even down below? I already knew through research that getting my listing to show up down here was probably going to take a long time because that was driven by website SEO. And then there's off-site SEO and there's on-site SEO. This video is not about SEO though. And I know that you want to know what SEO is, and I'm not going to explain it here, but I will say that SEO takes a really, really long time to help grow and build your website so that it starts showing up on Google. So I asked myself, well, what if I want to appear right here with my phone number? That doesn't seem like it would be so bad. So I started to do more digging, and as I did more research, I realized that yes, I was right. It doesn't take as much effort as SEO to get your name up there with your phone number. And all you have to do is you have to use Google My Business. So if you can get your business up and running with having a Google My Business listing, then your task after that is going to be to grow your reviews. Now that was the first thing that worked for me because I said to myself, how are people finding me? And I thought, well, one way is through Google search. So you have to ask yourself the same question as I just mentioned in the intro of this video. You have to ask yourself, how are people finding you? So for example, if you are a dentist, this strategy might work for you. If you are another lawyer, this strategy might work for you. If you're somebody who's a plumber, or somebody who does welding, somebody who does something specific, then it will work. Now, the second thing that worked for me is YouTube, exactly where you're watching me right now. YouTube is amazing. I love YouTube because it's reliable, it's trustworthy, and it's loyal. And it has been all those 3 things for me. So if you're somebody who wants to jump onto YouTube, but you don't want to dedicate and devote as much time to researching as I had to, then make sure you scroll down into the description for our done for you services, where all you have to do is create the content and we do the rest of the heavy lifting. But whether you're a product-based business or a service-based business, YouTube has the potential to work really well for you. And that's because, as I mentioned, YouTube is reliable and it's trustworthy. And millions of people are going to YouTube every day to find something specific that they type into the search box. If you've watched this other video already, which I recommend you watch, you will know that Google and YouTube are 2 of the largest search engines in the world. So whenever somebody types in something to Google, chances are they might be led to watch more of you on YouTube. So if you're somebody that has a product or service, then YouTube can be right for you. Now, for more ideas about what to talk about in your videos, make sure that you watch that video, because I tell you some ideas about how to promote your product or your service that don't necessarily revolve around talking about the service itself or talk about the product itself. Now, another benefit to using YouTube is that when somebody searches for something specific, you have the potential to pop up in a search result, and it is exactly what somebody has been looking for all their life. So if you want to get in front of as many customers using a global search engine, then I really recommend YouTube. So I think that having a Google listing for a service-based business can be really powerful, but also if you're a store owner and you have a gift shop, then you should definitely be using Google Business also. But you also need to be really creative in coming up with ideas about how to use YouTube so that you have global eyes on you. So if you want to expand your reach beyond just the geographic location where you're located, which is one of the drawbacks of having a Google listing, then you definitely want to make sure to have a YouTube channel where you are not constricted by geographic locations. I know lots of people might say, well, Marcella, that's not true. Having a Google listing means that you can reach people everywhere and anywhere. It is true. You can promote your services in different cities, and you can basically tell Google where it is that you offer a particular service, but it's going to take a really long time for you to be able to reach people in these other cities. So you may immediately pop up for services in your particular area, but you're not necessarily going to pop up way across the country when you attempt to use Google services. And so that's not something that you're going to learn right away by creating a Google listing. It's a tip that somebody who's been there and done that can share with you, just like I'm sharing now. So a way to circumvent that is by starting your YouTube channel. If you're a client already, I encourage you to scroll down into the description below. But if you're not a client, then I really look forward to working with you in this capacity. So if I thought that I could help small business owners being a trademark lawyer, I know that I can help small business owners exponentially with our done-for-you YouTube services. I am confident about that. So make sure you scroll down and you give me a thumbs up if this video was helpful. I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and don't forget to watch this video if you haven't already.